Hello, I'm back. Just checking a few things here, make sure everything is set up. We do have severe weather, which has been confined to south central Nebraska, as you can see, headed towards Hastings. But by the time it gets to Hastings, it really just kind of fizzles out and reinvents itself down in south central Nebraska again. So a lot of training going on, which means that storm develops, dies off up here, but redevelops where it first started and continues to do that over and over again. So we'll give it a minute here, kind of get set up. Oops. Oh, I gotta tell my son I'm on. Okay, this severe thunderstorm warning over here has been severe for a while. It's now a severe thunderstorm warning for Webster, Adams, and Kearney and Franklin until 8:30. Golf ball size hail, which, you know, I mean, that'll do some damage. I mean, imagine hitting a 9-iron and you kind of shank it, slice it, and it goes into the street and pings off of a car. Probably going to do some damage. So that's kind of what we have going on. I'll zoom in here so we can see some of the cities. Franklin, Antelope, Blue Hill. Blue Hill is where the radar is located that spins. But it's a ways away from some of the cities. Like here, I'm gonna zoom in and then measure the distance. And this is, this is kind of going like this and like this. So Lincoln, nothing to worry about yet. Storms are trying to form though with the outflow boundary, which I was talking about earlier. That is like that right there. That's kind of, that came off of, thunderstorms push a lot of wind out, and when they do, they kind of create their own micro weather systems and create thunderstorms, and that's what's happening there just south of York. So just because a main thunderstorm is over by Franklin and between Franklin and Hastings right now, doesn't mean that that's the only spot it's going to stay. Outflow boundaries usually create more thunderstorms away from the initial thunderstorm, and that's kind of what we're seeing with that storm over by just west of Crete. Let's see. So let me get rid of that one more line. There we go. So far, there's two separate cores, one north of Franklin and one near Campbell. That was from the National Weather Service just a couple of minutes ago. Let's zoom into this storm. Oops. So yeah, it's kind of stretching out right now, which is kind of cool. Hi, Glow and Dooley. Guess who Glow Shorts is? That's my son. Yeah, and if you live in Lincoln, you're fine right now. Plenty of, I mean, the storms are going to be possible, but it probably won't get into our area until later tonight. There is one little isolated cell over here trying to get near Friend, right over Fairmont. Fairmont's probably going, hey, what's happening? So yeah, according to models, that was that's, you know what, that's something I could do. I'm going to, what do I want to do here? Somebody just said I'm the absolute best. Must not know very many people, but thank you. Let's see, I know what I could do. Let me do this. That'll work. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of things here behind the scenes and add a few things. Let's see. All right. Not set up too good here, so we'll just keep it like that. Oh, jeez. Okay. So that seems a little big. I'm going to move that down. There we go. That's better. Okay. So just making a few changes on the fly here. Right now the storm, the only severe part of this storm is within that that orangish yellowish colored kind of triangle thing. Let's see. For thunderstorm warning, yeah. So, and that's once it gets out of that triangle and like heads towards Highway 34, towards Hastings, it dies off, and that's what's been happening over the course of the last hour or so, a couple of hours actually. Hey, I'm in Beaver Crossing. That's a good spot to be. I like Beaver Crossing. Ooh, another severe thunderstorm. Okay, so now it's trying to stay stronger. Just as I said that, it was weakening as it gets out of that box. They issue another severe thunderstorm warning. So that severe thunderstorm warning is for Adams and Franklin and Kearney County. That goes until 8:30 p.m. for golf ball size hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So it might be trying to continue its strength, trying to stay stronger as it heads towards Hastings. So if you live in the Hastings area, golf ball size hail going to be possible over the next half hour. Twice. Okay. So that's where the severe weather is at now. Let's take a look at a couple of different things, shall we? I'm going to put this, stop this. Going to look at velocity. Now let's do this velocity. So this is wind velocity. How strong are the winds? And you got to get up to this pink here. So let's take a look. So here's the when you're on one side of the radar, it's red. On the other side of the radar, it's green. So we're on this side of the radar, looking at we're looking for pink. See that right there? That where it says 60. That's when you start to see the severe wind out of this. So let's see if any of these are getting close. That is no. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna hide. There we go. Okay. 60 miles an hour. I mean, that's 56 miles per hour. Thing is, the wind velocity like that is usually a little higher because the radar goes up because it goes in a straight line. But I mean, it's close, so that makes sense. Over here, though, they're closer to antelope. You're seeing 34, 41. What's that one? 43, 32 miles per hour. Because I'm over here. If you're wondering where I'm getting those numbers. So I mean, that's your wind velocity. Let's see. Put the radar back on there. And those are a couple of decent sized cores. I mean, they really are. Get rid of the warnings. Let's see what happens when I do this. Whoa. That's hail contamination. Definitely hail contamination. When you start to see hail, it thinks it's rain, and it's like, that's a lot of rain. Let's see. Look at a couple of different things here. This is CAPE, instability. I gotta zoom out. What this means, when you start to see instability like this, you're looking for the colors, really, the orange and the reds. And we're not really seeing that, so instability is pretty low. Even though we have the storms that have formed, the instability is pretty low. Let's see, and then this is the cap. Got a pretty good strong cap over that darker blue. That's a strong cap. That means storms, there's warm air aloft and it's hard for storms to get going. Now once they get through the cap, they're fine, but it just means there's warm air aloft. That's all that means. And so it's hard for storms to develop. But they did just fine south of Grand Island because it's kind of a weaker cap. Notice it's the lighter colored blue there. So that's what that means. Let's see. What do you think of for the rest of the night for severe weather here in Lincoln? It's possible. No watch, though. So if we do see anything, it'd just be isolated thunderstorms. And every now and then a strong storm is possible. Look at all that lightning. Here, let me get back to where I want to be. And then zoom in. Should we count the lightning? That's always fun to do. $171 lightning strikes. That's so cool. So, I mean, storms are starting to get closer to Lincoln, though. It's about 8 o'clock, and the storms are closer to Lincoln. I'll show you that here in a second. Let me clear all this off. Zoom out just a little bit. I like having the lightning on there, but sometimes it just distracts. So there you go. So you have severe thunderstorm warnings in place. Let's see. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Franklin, Webster, Adams, and Kearney until 8:30, and then you have a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Franklin, northwestern Webster, southwestern Adams, and southeastern Kearney until, where'd that go? Till 8:30. Golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And then notice Lincoln isn't seeing anything right now, but it's close. Let's put this into motion. Oh, I don't think I can there. We'll do this. There we go. So see those storms forming? I'm going to stop it now. And where's my pointer? There it is. That storm is coming off of these storms in the way, again, outflow boundary. It's creating more storms down the road. So these storms right here throwing off wind, pushing wind out and creating more thunderstorms downstream or upstream, I guess. So Crete, Seward, Lincoln might see thunderstorms here pretty soon. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like that storm, I mean, they're starting to get bigger, starting to expand a little bit. And those are big hail cores. I mean, they really are. Those between Hastings and Franklin, that's some decent hail. And that's, you know, if you were watching, well, let's see, 6 o'clock. It was 2 hours ago. About it, well, hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes ago, these storms started to move into south central Nebraska, and they're still there. So wouldn't surprise me to see some flooding issues. How long do I plan on staying live tonight? I don't know. I've got something I have to do at 9. Then we have the show at 10. So I'll just do this as long as I can. And then after, I don't know, I might do it through the 9 o'clock too. It depends on how bad this gets. But I'll stick around for a while. Just checking up on Twitter here. Okay, I wish I could do this. Okay. Just skip that stuff. This is more fun. Yeah, well, hard to argue with that. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, this. Gonna do something real quick. Oops. There we go. Back to normal. Okay. Just got to make sure that I keep up with my Twitter family. Let's see, what time is it? 8 p.m. Okay. That might actually be good to know. Thank you, Bryce. I think I need to move this stuff around. That might help a little bit. Thank you, Bryce. Okay, let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, trying to tweet. It's a much harder to tweet when you're doing a YouTube live stream. I don't know if anybody knows that. That is a loud keyboard I have. Okay, so storms are continuing to push north and east. Then isolated storms kind of on the fringes. Let's zoom in. And the two areas of concern might actually merge just west of Blue Hill. So these two areas right there. Why? Come on. There, nope. There we go. So that looks like is that a new warning? Or is that the old warning? Oh yeah, that's the old warning. 2-inch in diameter hail now. Ooh. Drew is telling me the National Weather Service up in Omaha has ice forecasted to have the cold front tomorrow come through in the afternoon time frame. Is that I don't know what that means. Has ice forecasted to have the cold front tomorrow? I don't know what you're asking, sorry. Tweet on your phone, by the way. It's now slightly raining here. On the phone is fine, but I have to I'm creating graphics of the severe thunderstorm warnings and the radar. That is saved to my computer, and my phone doesn't have access to my computer for those graphics. So those that follow me on Twitter like to see the graphics so that they know where the storm's at, and I can't really do that with my phone. Good idea, but I have to do what I have to do. Okay, so let's see. This computer doesn't like what I'm doing sometimes. It wasn't meant for this. That's the weird thing. This is meant for on-air stuff. This is the same computer I use when you watch me on Channel 8. So there's another severe thunderstorm warning. Jim asking, will this stay west of Lincoln? Not according to weather models. This should start to spread east, and areas like Lincoln, Crete, Milford, Beatrice will likely see this later on tonight. So yes, put your cars in the garage. Let's see. Yeah, we're still seeing severe thunderstorm warnings, so okay. Am I going to have to do an in-game tarp pull, Rusty? I'm assuming you're talking about the Husker baseball game tonight. Probably not. I mean, you should be fine, at least for the next hour. I don't know how late the game's going to go. I think it started at 7. So if you go extra innings, maybe. But I think if you get people moving and put a pitch clock out there, you'll be fine. But the strongest part of the storm is still, what, 2 hours west, a 2-hour drive west. So it's just those storms that will form from the outflow boundary, like it's trying to over here. Let's take a look at that little itty bitty, that one right there. What is it doing? Let's take a look. Yeah, see, even that's going to go north of Lincoln. So Lincoln is in the clear for now, but not for good. These storms are, I mean, if you look at these storms, what they're doing now, kind of going like that. Now, are they going to stay severe the further east they go? We'll see. If you were looking earlier, we were kind of looking at that that instability. Let's take a look at that again. And I'll zoom out, so in case you missed this earlier. The grayish, bluish color, the bluer the colors, these storms haven't seemed to move much. No, they haven't, Cameron, but they're starting to. That's what these thunderstorms, they'll like be in the same place for a while. That's where they get created there, and then they start to get movement. They get caught up in different air currents and flows, and things start to move, and that's what they're starting to do now. Now they kind of like lightning, least path of resistance. They try to form where it's easiest. That's what instability is. That's where there's fuel. Where if storms form, they'll form in those places. So the gray and the blues, the light blues, that's where there's the most instability. The easier it is for those storms to form, and right on the edge in Lincoln. So Omaha doesn't have that. So the storm chance in Omaha is there, but by the time it gets there, the chance for severe weather is a little less. So, but it's doing what models said they were going to do. So that's fantastic. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's go to radar all. This is a live look at the radar. But yeah, I mean, these storms have just been sitting there between Hastings, Blue Hill, and Red Cloud. Now they've congealed. That was, I gotta make sure I'm not in the way of, my big head's not in the way. Okay. Cell just south of Seward is growing. It is. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's expected. I mean, once a storm gets going, it tries to continue to. Oh, I'm trying to zoom out, not zoom in. Sorry about that. There we go. But it's got to find that fuel, and once it finds that fuel, it continues to grow. And this is exactly what the severe storms looked like a little bit ago. Was that like that storm near Seward? Let's see if it's got lightning yet. No lightning in it though. That's a telltale sign when you start to see energy, and they pick up a little bit. You start to see lightning, and I'm not seeing any lightning yet. Let's see, 4 miles southeast of Campbell and Webster County, a lot of half dollar size hail covering the ground. No lightning, but the wind is slowly gaining. I'm assuming you're talking about that storm in Seward. Look at all that lightning, though. Let's count the lightning. I love doing that. Let's see. Now. Lightning. 364 lightning strikes. That's good. Okay. Like I said earlier, I like the lightning, but it just covers up the whole storm. Oops. Just adjusting a couple of different things here. I think we'll do the radar loop over the last hour. There we go. Okay, so we'll let that go for a little bit. Lightning near Beaver Crossing just now. Cool, 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 cool. Zoom in and just look at some of the smaller towns here. Stockham, Giltner, Harvard, West Blue? I don't know if I've ever heard of West Blue. Inland, Glenville, Little Blue, Air. Some of the bigger hail though, boy, look at Bladen, Roseland. That's a huge line of hail. That's probably going to do some damage. Good thing there's, I don't know if there's, have they planted things yet? I don't think so. I think that's a little early. Right? There's a storm over by Seward. There's Beaver Crossing. Let's see. You were saying there was lightning. Let's see if our... Yep, there you go. A couple of bolts. Sure enough. That's usually when things start to get... it means the storm's getting stronger. That's what it means. It's not dropping golf ball size hail like over here between Hastings and Red Cloud. Yeah, the Adams County severe thunderstorm warning still has potential for golf ball size hail. That's what I'm looking at over there. Got a computer that's set up. Jackson says, hey. Hey, Jackson. Let's see. New event. It's just that one cluster there that's severe. Wouldn't surprise me, though, if that... we just got an update there. This storm over here by Minden, which we just did a story on Channel 8 about kids that were going to prom that hung out at an old folks home that were showing them like their dresses and stuff. It's pretty cool. Good for them. But that storm just northeast of Minden there, that might get severe here pretty soon. It's a little fast. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay. Trying to move it. My head keeps getting in the way. You know what? I'm going to move myself. Whoops. I'm going to move my head up here. So I don't need to be... I feel like I'm in the way. There we go. There. Now I'm out of the way. Jeez. Okay, so all right, any questions? My name is Rob from Ohio. Wow, why are you watching this? Can you send warm weather to Ohio for Thursday? I love it when people think I can change the weather. Like I have a magic wand. Wish I did. I'd be a bajillionaire. You're welcome, Jim. How's it looking for Omaha? Pretty good chance for storms later. You can see that those storms are pretty much headed northeast. So yeah, you see the stronger part of that storm, how it's moving east now. It's done sitting in one spot. So it's any idea what time? Oh, jeez. Any idea what time it will hit Lincoln? Probably around. Well, I mean, it's close now. There's those storms just to the west, so probably after 9 o'clock. Now, the strongest part of the storms, that'll probably be after 10. But for Omaha, it'd be closer to midnight for the stronger part of the storms. So a good idea is to have a weather radio. Don't rely on sirens. Sirens, oh, don't get me started on the sirens, because they're, I mean, that's typically people think of them as tornado sirens, but like the city of Lincoln, they'll sound them for just about anything. But you can't hear them. You know, I mean, you can, or you can't. You don't know. And they're good for people that are outside or, you know, in the park or walking around downtown. But it's best not to rely on them. If you have an app, a weather app, and there's many of them, so don't ask me what kind I prefer because I don't use any of them. That'll wake you up. That's what you. If it's an overnight storm potential like this is going to be, you want to be woken up. So a weather radio will wake you up. It will scare the bejesus out of you. Tornado threat for tomorrow in Lincoln. I think it said 5%. It's a pretty low threat for tornadoes tomorrow. It's just not that time of year yet. I mean, if we see one, it would be a low end. It's not going to be a huge monster taking houses out tornado threat. It's just too early for that. And even with this, I mean, there was a little spin up, a little hook on that, the very southern part of that storm earlier. And it's like, yeah, I mean, there's rotation there, but it's not going to do anything. It's just not set up right. You don't have that warm, moist air. It's still dry out there. My hands are still cracky. My lips are still chapped. The dew points aren't even into the 60s yet. So, which is fine. You know, you don't, if we can just get some rain out of this, that would be fantastic. But unfortunately, there's been some golf ball size hail associated with this. Any tornado threat today? No, it's. I mean, there's always a tornado threat, but like I was just saying, it's very, very small. And if something would form, it would do about as much damage as really gusty winds. You know, like 80-mile-per-hour winds. Still damage, but it's just not going to do anything. Interesting. Yeah, sirens. Cameron's talking about Beaver Crossing tornado in 2014. Mom didn't hear the siren. And you shouldn't rely on them. I mean, just assume they don't even exist. That way you're not relying on them at all. Have a weather radio, have an app. That's the best way to do it. The weather radio is the best way, but if you're out and about, having an app on your phone that will alert you, that's the best. There's another severe thunderstorm warning right there. That is for Adams and Clay County for golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And notice that storm that's headed towards Seward. It hasn't grown, right? That storm right there. It went from that to that. It's not growing. It's running into a more stable atmosphere. Very unstable atmosphere around here. But this storm hasn't grown at all. So it's trying, but there's just not enough oomph. And there was a marginal risk for severe weather today. And that means low level, 1 out of 5. So there just isn't the ingredients you need for strong storms all over the place. Sure, 1 or 2 isolated thunderstorms will be severe. That's what we got right now. But those other ones, like that one by Seward, it just doesn't have enough to go on. I remember a few years back, the Utica ballroom was hit by a tornado in the evening. No warning for that, so you never know. Okay. Are you able to show rain model for tonight? I don't have that. Let's see. Let me see. Let me try something here. I like it when people ask me stuff like that. So let me see what I can do here. I'm gonna put the curtain, draw the curtain. 1 second. There we go. Okay, 1 second. Let me see if I can do this. Because I know where that's at. I just got to get it up there. 1 second. I think this is the one we want. One moment. I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm just doing something. Trying to get somebody wants to see the model. So let me see if I can get this. Times it. Okay. Okay, so putting that into play mode, gonna get this back down. Put that right there. That seems like a good spot for that. Where'd I go? Oh, there I am. Okay. This is Stormcast. And someone was asking for this. I'm not sure who that was, but I'm going to get back over there. Jackson wanted to see this. So here you go. Let's stop at a couple of different spots. This is 9 p.m. Notice the storms are just still west of Lincoln, but the stronger storm just west of Beatrice. And then they start to move into the Lincoln area, just west of Beatrice. That's 9 p.m. Here's 10 p.m. They've rolled through, stronger storms. This seems like it's a little fast. But then more develop around midnight, and then they kick on out by 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So storms are moving east, and models have been projecting these pretty good. So that's what. And then as we head into the morning hours, that's about it. This is 6 a.m. So there you go. Hopefully that was helpful. There's the storm. And you can see, even when I'm going to zoom in here, notice how there's white showing up in those first couple of frames, and now it's more pink. That means the storm is weakening a little bit. So kind of watch these first frames right there, and then once they get to Blue Hill and Highway 281 south of Hastings, they're more pink, which is still big. I mean, that's still large hail. But they're weakening, but they can always strengthen back up. But that's just what they're doing now. Thank you for showing that. Really interested. Okay, there you go. Paul, have you seen the movie Twister with Bill Paxton? Is the way they depict storm behavior fairly accurate, or is it mostly Hollywood magic? The meteorologist, I've seen it a million times because it's a fun movie. But one of the meteorologist's favorite things to do is to point out the inaccuracies of that movie. Never watch it with somebody like me because I'll ruin it for you. Okay, I'm just kind of looking at a few things. National Weather Service talking about those storms. I mean, there's still 1 inch hail possible with these storms. They're starting to weaken, like I was just mentioning, which is good news for those folks that live along Highway 281. because I mean, hail's never fun. There's nothing good about hail. I mean, that's rain, yes. Lightning, sure. That can give nitrogen for crops, and even wind does some good. But hail, I can't think of anything good about hail. There's just nothing good about it. All right, I am going to do a couple of things here. Let me see. I got to go check on something. So I'm going to leave this up. There we go. Oops. Okay. I will be right back. New severe thunderstorm warning. Ooh, that's a big one too. That's a severe thunderstorm warning for Adams, Knuckles, Clay, and Webster until 9:15. And notice it's trying to head towards Lincoln now. It's kind of making more of an easterly push. Okay, well, let's see. Has there been any rotation? No. I mean, there was earlier, but it didn't amount to much. It wasn't enough to be an issue, and I don't think there will be an issue with tornadoes tonight. It's just the hail is the problem. Now the thing is, this may eventually, when you start to see what it's doing here, it's you can kind of see how this is used to be clusters, like right there. You know, hang on, I'm going to do something here. I don't know if I can. Yep, there we go. Okay, see how right there, just west of Blue Hill, those were kind of clusters? That's indication of a good chance for hail. When you just see like pockets, clusters. And then go forward, and then it kind of turns into more of a line. And now it's kind of back to clusters, but it's kind of turning into, it's elongating. So now you're starting to see more of kind of a straight line here. When it gets linear like that, it's because right now it's still hail. There's still a couple of clusters, but it's kind of getting longer. And that means it'll eventually turn into a wind issue instead of a hail issue. Now, if that's the case, by the time it gets over into this area, we'll probably be talking about 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Right now, it's golf ball size hail. Will you be live again tomorrow? Hopefully. I'm going to be live as long as I don't need to be on air, because my real job is Channel 8, and if I need to be on air for Channel 8, I will be on for Channel 8. But right now, I wouldn't need to cut in, because it's just a severe thunderstorm warning with minimal risks. But if it was to hit Hastings hard, Grand Island, Beatrice, Lincoln, you know, with like baseball size hail, sure. But right now we're good. Let's see. Yeah, that storm is moving. Hang on. Northeast at 35 miles per hour, which is not fast. So let's do some math, shall we? It's right there. That's a little over 2 hours away. So that storm is, 2.5 hours away. If it could speed up. 85 miles to Lincoln. Okay, Bryce, my son is watching. I was just making sure. Let's do something here. Let's put this thing on it like this, then move it. It's going 35 miles an hour. These are your towns. Inland, 843. Fairfield, 851. Harvard, 855. Crooked Creek, no, 857. Lewis at 905. Edgar at 911. Sutton at 918, and Henderson at 926. Crooked Creek, isn't that in Lincoln? Maybe there's two of them. Not confirmed, but some weather spotters are saying that they saw golf ball size hail with the storms that rolled through the Blue Hill area. Not surprising. I mean, that is when you start to see a lot of white like that within those thunderstorms, the white, pinkish, purplish colors, when there's more white than anything, that usually means a good chance for like at least golf ball size hail, if not bigger. I'm gonna get rid of the clouds. There we go. Don't really need the clouds. Gonna do this again, just to keep it up there for a little bit longer. Inland, Fairfield, Harvard, Edgar, El Dorado, Sutton, Davenport, Henderson, all within the next. Crooked Creek is in Clay Center. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else. I thought there was a Crooked Creek. There is a Crooked Creek in Lincoln. I know that, but it's just different. That's all. Thanks, DM76. Let's see how much lightning there is. Clear that. I'm just going to sit back here for a little bit too. Lightning. 240 lightning strikes. That's a lot of strikes. Yeah, so there's 2 Crooked Creeks. That's good to know. I wouldn't mind golfing at both of them. Just, you know, I have golfed at Crooked Creek in Lincoln, but not the one in Clay Center. Maybe I'll have to do that. So this is a different radar. These are the live radars, the sweeping radars. So it kind of looks a little bit different, and it's a little more up to date, but it does also show some things that don't need to be shown, like all of this right here. This is not necessarily getting to the ground. If it is, it's really, really light, but that usually picks up some false radar. This, of course, is real. The yellows. Once you start to see the yellows, that's when you know it's actually getting to the ground. But remember that storm we've been talking about, the one over by Seward? It's still, I mean, it's still there. It's just not, it can't sustain itself. Let's see. Get rid of the radar real quick. Oh no, didn't get rid of the radar. Just the warnings. Let's see. What do I want to show? I want to show the wind. Let's see if there's any wind left. Not really. Yeah, wait a minute. Here we go. Let's check this out. Oh, whoops. Keep forgetting I gotta do that. Okay, so I mean these lighter colored here, 29 miles an hour. I think that's underneath. It's underneath my. That's why I had it down here to begin with. Okay. There we go. Velocity 31 miles per hour. 16. 32. Yeah, not a lot of wind with this storm right now, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Okay, gonna zoom out here a little bit. Got an update. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for 1 1/4 inch size hail. So we're no longer golf ball size hail. We are now, golf ball is 1 3/4 inches. So we're down to 1 1/4 inches, which I believe is $50. which if you don't know what a half dollar is, think about like almost 2/4. Well, a little bigger than a quarter. Let's put this in, let's see. Hide the clouds. There we go. It's fascinating to watch that storm though. Once it gets to, I'm going to put this at a 2-hour loop. That storm that just makes its way to Seward, I mean, it's hanging on, but it's barely. Half dollar size hail reported near Pauline in Adams County, which is 1.25 inches. So now we're starting to see these storms kind of bow a little bit like that. That means that there's going to be more of a wind. It'll eventually become more of a wind issue if it continues this trend, because it is moving that way. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, it's just northwest of Lincoln, Branched Oak Lake. I mean, it's, if you're at Branched Oak Lake tonight, you might see some lightning out of that. Let's see. Getting closer though. There's that one bolt of lightning just west of Lincoln. That's over by Milford. Just west of Milford. Look at all that lightning though. It's coming. This, I mean, this might just be it too. I mean, this is 2 or 3 hours left. By midnight, this might be all gone. Let me get rid of the lightning. What do we expect in GI? Storm's almost past you. You might get clipped by that one storm that's just southwest along the interstate. So that'll hit that, you know, that highway between Grand Island and I-80. And then that's probably it. I mean, there's still some lingering showers out there, so it might not be done yet, but minimal storms in the Grand Island area. That stronger storm, that severe storm with all the hail, is from Hastings south. Okay. I'm going to go make sure a couple of things are set up right, and I will be back. Let me turn a couple of things off here. Not that. Those two things. Okay, I'm going to leave this up. And I will be back in a little bit. Hearing thunder in southwest Lincoln. Good, good, good. And northwest Lincoln. All right, well, let's check. That's probably from that storm that's over by Seward. Let's check that out, shall we? Ooh. Yeah, my thing just said lightning detected. Cool. All right, let's see something here. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm back. Just watching the storm. I'm at work, so when 10 o'clock comes around, I'm going to have to leave and go do TV stuff. There's that storm. Look at that. Now it's starting to get a little frisky. Look at that. Let's go. Hang on. Let's do this. Lightning? Yeah, look at that. All right. I don't know if that'll get strong enough to be severe, but let's see. Let's put this loop over the last hour. Make things a little easier. Push play. There we go. Because it's still moving northeast. What an interesting little part of the storm. Just interesting. Huh. That's crazy. What tool is used for lightning detection? Yeah, I mean, there's sensors. It's just there's an actual tool that uses lightning detectors. So, I mean, it's specifically designed to detect electricity, specifically lightning, and I have no idea what they look like or how they work. But yeah, it's a sensor. It's a pretty, I mean, that's a healthy storm. Moving towards Edgar. Oops. All right. Forget to click on something and oh my goodness. All right, so let's do that. So looking at Glenville, Deweese, Fairfield, Clay Center eventually. That's a pretty decent storm too. That's when you start to see these whites, right? The lightest color, that's you're up here. Looking at those pinks and whites, that's usually your big hail. Anywhere from 1.25 inches to almost 2 inches of hail is what's kind of been seen with these. So anytime you see these pinks, that's seriously hail. Just how big it is. It's, you know, the radar will detect it above and it's bigger up there, but by the time it gets to the surface, it's usually a little bit smaller because it's melted. Zoom out here, see how that storm's doing over by Lincoln. I really wish this thing would work. There we go. So let's put a little track on this. Oh, come on. There we go. Edgar, Davenport, Sutton, Geneva, Fairmont, Exeter, Tobias, Friend, all looking at the potential for some hail and some gusty winds over the next 45 minutes or so. And it's moving kind of like this. So will it hit Lincoln? It'll be close. It'll be close. Depends. You know, sometimes with these storms, they like to, this southern fringe here sometimes gets longer. It grows. And if that's the case, then Lincoln will definitely see some rain out of this. That's all I want. I mean, who doesn't want rain right now? One-inch hail in Deweese being reported, which probably is not a surprise, seeing that line right there. Let's zoom into that area. There's Deweese, and we got to report a 1-inch hail. So that's probably from these pink shaded areas. That's likely your 1-inch hail. And then anytime you see those pockets of white, that's probably 1.5 inches, maybe 1.25 inches. That storm over by Seward's continuing to try to get a little stronger. Let's see what it's doing. It is moving northeast though. It's bent like it wants to be pushing southeast, but it's not. It's moving north. It's strange. Just the way it formed, that's all. Yeah, that is a strong storm. So it's the National Weather Service is watching it, and they've issued like the next step down from a severe thunderstorm warning. So it's not actually a warning. It's just like maybe 40-mile-per-hour winds and maybe penny-size hail with that storm in Seward County that's trying to move into the northwestern corner of Lancaster. Oh yeah, look at that, the last couple of frames there. Just south of Seward. Right between Seward and Milford. Let's see if it's got, I'm sure it has lightning. Oh yeah, look at all that. Got strong. And like I was saying earlier, once you start to see the lightning, you know it's starting to get stronger. And that's exactly what it did. All right. Well, yeah, this is going to be something to watch. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit and see what else is going on. Yeah, I mean, it's just, the whole thing is just starting to get bigger. I mean, this whole area is now seeing thunderstorms, whereas it was just this area. So now everything's expanding, getting bigger, which, great. If it can stay under severe weather limits, no hail, and just stay rain, fine, perfect, please. It's that hail we want to stay away from, and right now it's just this south central Nebraska, moving into southeast Nebraska that's seeing the hail. Okay, I'm gonna act like that. Don't know why it does that. Just a quick check on the panhandle. Nothing severe over there, but still some storms out that way. There's that severe weather. Just to kind of recap, severe thunderstorm warning for Adams, Clay, Knuckles. It goes until 9:15. $half size hail, which is 1 1/4 inch, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It's moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. Boy, that storm over by Seward though is really trying to keep going. It's even got some pink in there now. Oops. I bet they're watching that. Now, if I do this right, I should be able to do a severe thunderstorm warning on air, Channel 8, while doing YouTube. I don't know if anybody in Nebraska has ever done that. Be a first. You know what? I need to get something. I'll be back. Okay. Be a trendsetter. That's what just might happen. I mean, look at that storm right there by Seward. That's I mean, it's not as strong as these storms. I mean, look at that. I mean, you got your two more shades of whitish, purplish. So that's what that is. But I mean, that's close. Seward, your Seward County's trying. All right. So this storm will start to affect Lewis at 9:14, so like now. El Dorado, Sutton, Bryant, all before 9:30. Grafton at 9:40. Exit 342 along Interstate 80 at 9:44. Fairmont 9:51, and McCool Junction just before 10. So heads up there. And I did, just so everybody knows, I did just go talk to a producer, and I should be able to do this at the same time. Severe weather and a severe weather cut-in on Channel 8, and while doing a YouTube Live. I'm going to go on a limb and say nobody, and I don't know, maybe somebody else has done this before. It's possible. I haven't seen it, but who knows? Got my IFB. See a little earpiece. So I'm ready to go. You're welcome, Jesse. Oh, I was going to call my daughter. Dang it. The problem with being a meteorologist in Nebraska this time of year is that my daughter is going into 6th grade, and she did that tour of the middle school today, and I wasn't able to be there with her. That kind of stinks. Thunder and lightning in north of Lincoln. Yeah, that's what that storm over by Seward is. Put the lightning on there. See, look at all that. Ooh, and there's a lightning strike. Look at that. That's something to talk about. Let's talk about that, shall we? Look at this. Look at that. Just out of right there. No thunderstorm near it. But it's a good, let's see how far that is. From the thunderstorm itself, that is 10 miles away. Wow. That's crazy. I'm tweeting that out. That's crazy. You don't catch those on when they actually happen very often. I mean, you just don't. So that's and that's also why we tell everybody, when you hear thunder, go indoors, because even though you're not under the thunderstorm, it can still happen, just like that. What are you doing? Small hail in North Grand Island. Thank you. I'm going to zoom back out here real quick. North Grand Island. Oh, come on. Get rid of the lightning. It's covering everything up. There we go. So North Grand Island. I'm sure you're talking about over here. I don't know. Maybe that right there. Yeah, that could be some small hail. Grand Island getting in the act. Okay. Kind of just watching it now. I mean, it looks like everything is going to, that first storm in Seward County, just west of Lincoln, will likely continue its trek into northwestern Lancaster County. It might be severe. We might see a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Lancaster County. The main part of this storm is starting to get a little longer, it's starting to move towards Interstate 80. So it's growing more north, not so much south. So if Lincoln sees anything, it'll be clipped by, see what's it, by Edgar? That would go like this. So I mean, it's just maybe like that. I mean, just one little degree or two of separation. And then this is going up here. That storm's really starting to kick up a little bit in Seward County. Chapman, you might want to, on north of Lincoln and Highway 77. Seward, probably hearing a bunch of thunder and seeing some lightning. So it's growing. I mean, this whole storm is growing. Nickel-size hail in Edgar. Just looking at my other social media pages, seeing if there's any questions. Nobody's really asking questions. That's good. All right. High priority. Go here. Special weather statement for Seward, Malcolm, and Garland. Yeah, there's that storm that's moving towards northwestern Lancaster County. Could see some penny-sized hail, maybe some 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Why are these? Husker baseball is on a weather delay. Oh no. I told them I was talking to him today. I said, "Hey, the storms are going to be close by 9 p.m." Wasn't wrong. Clay Center reporting $half size hail, which is a little bit bigger than a quarter. That's good. That's just funny to know. Let's see. Update. 1-inch hail for Clay, Fillmore, and Hamilton in York County until 10 p.m. That's what that. If you saw that flashing, that's what that is. And I'm gonna stop it rotating there or looping. Here's your lightning. This is why they're in a delay. Let's see how far that is. Lightning is, 10, 15 miles away. And when I remember, I said that lightning was 10 miles away. That's why they stop football, they stop baseball. Whenever there is lightning, they can hear it. They stop because lightning can strike away from thunderstorms, and do. And this particular storm is 10 or 12 miles away from Lincoln. So why take a risk? It's not worth it. Somebody gets hurt, that would just be awful. Just awful. Quarter size hail on Edgar. Friend sent me video. Yeah, I think I just saw that. Was that Clay Center? No, nickel size hail on Edgar is what I saw a report of. So quarter size hail, it doesn't surprise me. It's just a little bit bigger than a nickel. So thank you, Mullen, DM Mullen. I wouldn't be surprised that storm over by Seward goes severe. What time is it? 9:25. So if you're watching this, I'm likely going to have to leave in about 20 minutes to go prepare for the 10 p.m. show on Channel 8. So if you have Channel 8, you can watch me over there. But for now, I'm staying here. Let's see, no notifications. Let's see, I'm gonna do this. Put that on there. Probably. My son has asked me if I'll come back after the show. Yes. Okay, I want to check something out here. Let's see how much lightning there is. And there is 337 strikes. Oh, no, this. Alright, just taking a picture. Okay. Don't mind me. Let's do this. I'm posting a lot of these pictures with me in the bottom left-hand corner. I don't normally do that. I don't know what everybody thinks about that, but oh well. Okay, gonna get rid of the lightning. Oops. Going to clear that box out, put it back in motion, and there you go. So, continuing to watch these storms. Now, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that storm, it's over by Edgar, is going to push north of Lincoln, because I really need and really want rain on my yard, and it's going to miss us. Now, scientifically, I'm saying there's a chance. So, batten down the hatches, get your gutters in place, your rain barrels in place. Make sure if there is a severe thunderstorm warning for the city of Lincoln, that you take cover, or anywhere. I mean, if you're in this warning right now, make sure you stay away from windows. Make sure you don't go outside if the storm is near you. There's a lot of lightning. There's been reports of golf ball size hail. So take every precaution you possibly can. Now, with that said, what am I doing? Here we go. Quarter-inch hail in extreme northwest Lancaster County. Penny-sized hail near Branched Oak Lake, a possibility. My wife is texting me that she's taking the dog out. Okay. Okay, let's see. Anybody have any questions? No, nothing, doesn't look like it. Looks like that storm is decreasing in strength as it moves through northeastern Seward County into northwestern Lancaster County. Looks like the severe thunderstorm from Edgar to Sutton to just west of York, probably by Aurora. Looks like it's weakening a little bit, a little discombobulated, if you will. It's losing its form, which that's great. If we can get rid of this hail and just have heavy rain, seriously, that's fantastic. Okay, it's 9:30. The show starts at 10. I've been doing this. How long have I been doing this for? How long? Hour and 45. And really, I've got how many viewers? Looks like 319. 9 likes. So, I don't know. I'm still figuring YouTube out. My son watches it a lot, so he'll let me know. But I think if you like it, there's 10 likes. Thanks, whoever just did that. 44 concurrent viewers, 10 likes, 321 views. What is that? The total number of times the stream was viewed while it was live. Yeah, that's not bad. 8 minutes. That's the key right there. How long till the worst of the storm is north of I-80? Which part, Corbin? If you mean between Grand Island and Lincoln, which, I mean, that's probably what you mean. That will likely be, I'd give it an hour to an hour and a half. 11, maybe as late as 11:30. Hearing some thunder in Lincoln. You bet, Corbin. No problem. Yeah, I mean, it's not moving due north, it's moving northeast, so this storm is likely, if it stays the way it is, will just clip Lincoln and then make its way towards Omaha. My son is telling me that they're hearing thunder in southeast Lincoln, so that doesn't surprise me. Let's take a look at where all the lightning is at. Oh yeah, I mean that's close. You're gonna hear that. God, look at all that lightning though near Sutton, Lushton, west of Geneva. That's crazy. Yeah, that storm weakened. The one in northeast Seward and northwest Lancaster weakened quite a bit, which is fine. I didn't really want to see a severe thunderstorm warning because hail has been an issue tonight with these storms, and it's still an issue with that severe thunderstorm warning. That severe thunderstorm warning right there for Clay, Fillmore, Hamilton, and York until 10 p.m. Looks like there's still pockets of hail in there though. That pink. So, yeah, worth keeping an eye on there. Let's put a little track on that. How fast is that moving? Hang on. Northeast at 40. So, let's go like this. Oops. that one got screwed up. Sorry. Hang on, let me try again. And then 40. It's more like kind of like that. Okay. Bradshaw, Geneva, York, and Exeter all before 10. What was that? My son is asking me if Lincoln will get hit by the storms. Just barely. I mean, we're on the fringe. Let's see, Exeter, Waco, Utica, Beaver Crossing, all in through 10:15. So, yeah, just making its way across Interstate 80 and continuing to move northeast towards Fremont. Maybe Omaha, Columbus might be, yeah, you'll probably see something. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit because there's more, I mean, there's a little more. This is why we get rid of some of those cities, because if we kept those cities on there, it'd clutter up everything, you wouldn't be able to see anything. So this makes it able to see the storms while knowing where you're at from Grand Island, Lincoln, and Omaha. Yeah, I mean this is going to be really close to Lincoln. Beatrice, you're probably not going to see anything. Crete, really close. I mean that line is like this. So that's how close it's going to be. And all it has to do is build down south just a little bit, and then I won't have to water my yard for a week. So come on. I don't want hail though. None of us really wants hail, and that's kind of what these storms have. So if it misses Lincoln, okay. What time is it? 9:36. I'm gonna have to get going here pretty soon, guys. With the channel 8. I'm trying to think, do I want to keep this live stream up though so that you guys can watch it while I go do the weather? What do you think? Is that what you guys want to see? You want me to leave this up, or Let me know in the comments. Feel like I'm a YouTuber. I'm not. I mean, you know, if this takes off, fine, but this is fun though. I do enjoy this. All right, Jim says sure. All right, I could do that. My son just told me I'm a YouTuber now. All right, if you say so. I will keep it up. I mean, this is cool. This is fun. It would be nice to have an interactive radar to look at. Okay, I can keep this up. Problem is, you know what though? I've just realized what the problem's going to be. This is my show computer, so I don't think I can, because you're going to see everything else, and I have to take it out of play mode. No, I can't do it. I gotta figure something out. You know, down the road, I'll probably be able to leave this up like this, but not tonight. I'm not going to be able to do it tonight. Yeah, I wish I can see everybody saying, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do that. I don't think I can. It wouldn't work. You guys would see everything else. So, rain started falling and wahoo! You need it. No, I know. I know how to do it. It's just I didn't get it set up in time. Yeah, I'll be back. I'll redo this. In fact, I might do it from the studio. We have a second studio. That's where I'm at right now. So after the 10 o'clock show, I can be back. And really, that's when the storms will be really close to Lincoln. That kind of looks like they're trying to shove north. It's going to miss Crete and Lincoln. If it keeps this up, it's going to miss Crete and Lincoln. Tell Rod we all said hello. I will. He's going to go, YouTube what? No, he's not that old. That is funny though. Hey Rod, YouTube said hi. Who? I should get him in here. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, well, I'm gonna hang on for just a couple of more minutes. That silly storm in Seward picked right back up. Seward County, sorry. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just crazy? And this is what that model was saying was going to happen too. Lots of lightning in southwest Lincoln. Yeah, that's I mean, look at all this lightning. Boom. Look at all those. Look at this. Look at all of these away from the actual storm itself. That's telling you something right there. That means even though it may not be raining, but lightning can still hit where it's not raining. That's a big cluster. Look at that. Goodness. And then these clusters right here. Woo. Trying to think how I could do this. Well, down the road. I think I know what I'm going to do down the road, but I will be back. I mean, it's 9:42. I still got time. God, up to 20 likes? Boy, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Gonna zoom out quite a ways here and see what else. Ah, look at that. A severe thunderstorm warning just north of Cherry County. So that's, I mean, this is kind of crazy. Seeing strong storms on each side of the state that are different storms. I mean, it doesn't happen very often. How far? Let's measure this. 230 miles apart. That's so cool. Boy, that storm though. This one still has the potential for 2-inch hail, which is bigger than golf ball. That's lime. I believe that's the next size up, lime size. Possibly tennis ball size hail. That's near Harvard about 15 minutes ago. So this warning is going to continue for a while. But it is going to run into areas that have already seen thunderstorms. So the potential is there that once it runs into York, it may weaken. But let's see what happens. I mean, it might have enough fuel to just keep going and continue its trek with a large hail. But that severe thunderstorm warning goes until, the public has reported tennis ball size hail in Harvard with this thunderstorm warning. 2-inch hail, 60 mile per hour wind gust for northeastern Clay, southwestern York, southeastern Hamilton, and northern Fillmore until 10 p.m. It's moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. That's a strong storm. I mean, tennis ball size hail. Holy smokes. Okay, I'm going to leave this up. I'm going to have to hide it because I have to change a couple of different things. So I'm going to do something here. So give me no, I got like 5 minutes left. Okay. 1 second. Because I'm gonna try. I can change computers, but I just have to go do it, and then that way I can bring the radar back, and that way I don't have to stop the stream. There won't be any audio or anything, but at least you guys will have something to look at, and oh, come on. There we go. Gee, mini Christmas. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go change computers, and we'll have the radar back up. So it might be down for like 5 minutes or so, but I should be able to get it back up for you guys before too long. can't just stream the newscast. No, that's not. I'm not really set up to do that right now. But I have another computer that we can use. So I'm going to try to do that as soon as someone else is done using it. Let me go check. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I figured it out. Just gonna take me a second to change a couple of things around. Let's see, I wanna do this. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm going to leave this up. Let's see. There. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. I'm going to do the news. Okay. Back to it. Let's see. Going to zoom in. Yeah, that's just going to miss Lincoln, isn't it? Sure enough. Okay, let me... Okay, here we go. Still got my suit coat on. Anybody watch 8 o'clock show? Or 8 o'clock show? 10 o'clock show? Yeah, thanks, Jim. Jim said it's his fault for moving the cars. Never fails. You know, but if you don't, then what happens? Then you get tennis ball size hail on your car. We don't want that. But we'll keep an eye on this. Wouldn't mind going in the studio. I'm in the spare studio. So what I'm going to do... okay, I got to go check something. And I'll be I'm back. Sorry, some things happen in here at the studio that are unforeseen. In fact, I'm probably going to have to go back to the studio. Now I'm trying to figure out. I don't think I can. I might have to end the stream if I want to go back to the studio, which would be cool, but. Sorry, I have allergies that time of year. God, look at all that lightning, though. Just incredible. Hey, you're fine. You want to say hi to YouTube?
Yeah. No, you guys are stuck.
It's, I mean, the storm's missing us. Hang on. Say hi.
Hi, everybody. The news is over, but the weather is not. Thank goodness we have Chief Meteorologist RustyWx here, who will be here as long as needed, keeping everybody updated.
I'm going to go home and go to bed.
I'll take over, right?
Yeah, Rod's going to take over.
That would be a sorry sight.
Thanks, Rod.
Thank you.
Ooh, if you stayed up and watched that, you saw Rod. Okay. Yeah, my yard is parched too, and I don't know. I'm on the fence. I mean, we could use the rain, but goodness, if Lincoln sees rain, pretty good bet that we see severe weather along with it. So we'll see. I mean, it's going to be what it is going to be, and yeah, there's a decent chance for storms from about as far south as they are right now, from Seward to Omaha, south and east. That's where the better chance is for tomorrow. Down to 22. Oh, what do I do with my phone? Well, on the plus side, if you live in Lincoln, you're likely going to miss out on the severe weather. On the negative side, you're going to miss out on the rain too. So, sorry. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, this is all moving north and east, and northwestern Lancaster County might see this storm eventually. Wouldn't surprise me if northwestern Lancaster County goes under the severe thunderstorm warning, and if that happens, everybody's weather radio is going to go nuts, no matter where you live in Lancaster County. That's the downfall of the weather radio. It'll alert you, but yeah. Yeah, that storm is just going to scooch right on north of Lincoln. Looks like Utica saw some nickel-sized hail with this storm that rolled through. Seward, you're about to get smacked a little bit. Probably going to see some hail. I'll be right back. Got to get some stuff out of the studio. Okay. So, let's see, that storm is moving through Seward, north. Okay, just looking for some more updates. Where's my, there it is. So northern Seward and south central Butler County until 11:15, so about 20 minutes on that. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, $half size hail. That's going to eventually move it into Saunders County and Wahoo and Fremont. Um, still amazed. This one little storm has been hanging on. Looks like it's trying to weaken a little bit. There's like 3 cores right now. Just incredible. It's going to head towards Wahoo. Once it gets into Saunders County, that's kind of out of our viewing area. So I'll probably just head home after that. Let's see. Let me zoom out here a little bit. Yeah, everything's moving north and east. Ooh, look at you. You see what I see? See that little line right there? That's an outflow boundary. If you were watching earlier, that's those things kick up more thunderstorms. So we'll see what happens with that. Clear that out. Let's see. What's more fun for me? Tracking severe storms or snowstorms? I have a family, so I like to be home. Severe weather means that I can't be home. Like, I missed a bunch of my kids' stuff today. They had a bunch of their new school stuff today, and I wasn't able to watch that, so that's a little disappointing. Now, I do like I like thunderstorms. I really do. Not a huge fan of the severe weather. And snowstorms, that's frustrating because everybody wants to know how much snow we're going to get, and we're never right. I mean, we'll say 3 to 6 inches of snow and we'll get 7 or 2. You know, I mean, it's a frustrating thing. So I'm on the fence on either one of those. I love the thunderstorms more as long as they're not severe and I can go home. I just like to be home with my kids and my family. Yeah, I don't love to predict snowfall for Lincoln. It's one of the hardest things to do. On the plus side, we did dodge the tornado threat. It's just been hail. Well, looks like we got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Butler County. There it is. Tick, 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 tick. And Colfax. Colfax, Butler, and Platte County. Barely Colfax and Platte. That goes until 11:45. Quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So that's, I'm going to highlight it here for you. There you go, right there. There we go. So, yep, new severe thunderstorm warning. Does include Butler, Colfax, and Platte until 11:45. That one right there has 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail with it. It is moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Columbus, probably going to see some storms out of this, but the severe storm is a little south and southeast of Columbus. Can you show us the hail overlay like the other day? Yeah, I can try to do that. Let's see. I'm on a different computer though. I don't remember where it was. 1 second. I don't remember how I did that. Oh, I remember. Okay. There they are. Sorry, I'm not on my usual computer where I know everything's at. This is the second computer. So there's the hail. I'm going to just put this to now if I can do that. There we go. So yeah, I mean, you got that yellow stripe right there. That means you've got a pretty good swath of hail moving into the Seward area. Let's look at lightning strikes. No, hail current. See what shows up here. Yep, got some hail in that warning for Seward County, and then for Butler County, that little area right there is trying to move in. Is that related to hail density or hail size? Size. Radar, I don't think can tell density. Maybe it can. Hail tracks the last 2 hours. Ooh, look at that. Let's see, I wanted to see this strike zone. Yeah, that's all your lightning. Heavy areas of lightning in southwest Butler County. It doesn't look like it. Just a good fireworks show. Unfortunately, I would really like to get some rain, but it looks like Lincoln's going to miss out on it. Boy, close. I mean, really close. Let's see, what else can we show you guys? Precipitation rate. Let's see what this does. Yeah, that's some heavy rain coming down in just north of Seward. Let's see how fast that is. Oh, that's thunderstorm. God. There's probably hail in that, so it's gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna show up. Well, let's go back to the radar. I don't think that's going to show up storm tracks. I think I did this one already. Storm tracks. Oh, no. Okay. Let's go back to radar. Yep, there we go. And we'll put this into a loop mode so we can see. Yeah, that's. I mean, Lincoln isn't out of the woods yet. Look at that little trailer right there. That might actually get to the Lincoln area. Okay, Shockwave, I will block you. I mean, I'm not kidding about that. I hate hearing stuff like that. So severe weather continuing. This is going to move north and east towards Wahoo. Lincoln's likely going to miss this. I mean, it's still possible. Look at what this is doing. See how it's kind of churning down here a little bit? That's going to try to clip the northwestern corner of Lancaster County. And then this storm right here. I mean, there's still more storms out there. Happy to miss out on the severe weather, though. Really happy to miss out on that severe weather. God, look at all that lightning, though. I mean, we're not... Look at that. Even though the storm is over here, the city of Lincoln seeing lightning over the top of it. That's just incredible. That's how potent this storm is. That's how much juice it has. Just incredible. Yeah, Jim, you should turn your weather radio off, Jim. I don't normally say stuff like that to anybody, but you've got a, yeah. I would feel awful if that thing went off right next to you. Oh my goodness. I can get rid of the lightning real quick so we can see that those storms are continuing to move north and east. Just pockets of hail. That's all it really is. Looks like it's 1.25 inches, so just over quarter size. Zoom out a little bit here. Starting to think that this is probably about time to sign off. And then if anything ramps back up, I can, I don't know, we'll let that, we'll wait till 11:15, see what happens. That others. And that other warning goes until 11:45. I'll hang out for a little bit. Thanks, Jim. They test the tornado sirens tomorrow. Are you sure about that? It's usually the first Wednesday of the month, and tomorrow's not the first Wednesday of the month. But if there are thunderstorms during a day that they would test them, they wouldn't test them. There's another warning. Ooh, is that Lancaster County? Yep. Jim, you okay? Oh, that's going to wake some people up. Boy, that just, I mean, barely got Lancaster County. Look at this. Look, it's like that much of it. Oh. So, brand new severe thunderstorm warning for, hang on, let me get there. For very northwestern corner of Lancaster County, Seward, Butler, and Saunders until 11:45. Good call, Jim. Well, I feel bad for everybody that has their weather radios on in Lancaster County, because you knew this was just going to clip that corner. I'm actually surprised it didn't go around it a little bit. Sometimes they do that. Got a little spin to it too. If you look at that storm that's just now as it gets north of Seward, you can see it's kind of rotating a little bit. I mean, it's huge, so there's no threat of a tornado or anything like that, but it's just kind of like it's like a low pressure, small mesoscale, just small rotation of that going just around, just kind of lollygagging its way. Just, that's so cool. Huh. Yeah, if you live in Wahoo, that's you're probably going to want to take cover here pretty soon. Seward, between Seward and Wahoo, Columbus and Maple. I don't know if I've ever been to Maple. I used to live in Fremont. I don't remember there being a Maple. Let me see. Where is that? It's up by Hupper. Now it doesn't show up. What the heck? Huh. Alright, well, there we go. Yeah, I know that little, you're right, Jim, but it's also following the bigger dog, and it's trying to catch up is what it's doing. It probably will. As I've said it before, and I'll say it again, storms love to cluster together, and if there's like two of them close to each other, they'll sometimes try to reach out. Just like that one, there's a storm system like this right here. Let me grab my circle thing here. This right here and this storm right here. Look, this one's reaching out. See? It's trying to catch up to that one, and this little dude, like, hey Spike, come here, Spike. What are we doing today, Spike? Looney Tunes, anybody? So anyway, sorry, my wife was texting me, wanting to know if everything was cool. But yeah, that little storm right there, trying to catch up with that one moving through Seward right now. It's probably going to just merge in with that, which is weird. I can't say that I've seen that often. Let me zoom out here a little bit. And I mean, we're not done yet. We've got Cherry County, north central Nebraska. Still, there's some storms out there too. I mean, this is a pretty good complex of storms going on. Well, pretty good line of storms right here. I mean, this is this, and then this. Well, what's happened? Question from Brandon here. What's your thoughts about tomorrow's storm with what you're seeing right now? Would tomorrow be worse? Yeah, because kind of and I don't know if it'll be worse. I think it'll probably be just okay. I don't want to say okay, but I mean, nothing has changed. The area that has the slight risk right now is about from here and then over like this. So this area right here hasn't really seen anything, so it hasn't been washed over with storms tonight. Now this area obviously has, and this area will as well. So I think anything this way and this way has a less potential. It's being washed over right now, but everything in this area probably has a better chance of seeing strong storms tomorrow because it hasn't been washed over. But we'll see. I mean, if there's outflow boundaries in place, if there's more redevelopment tonight, this right here, this outflow boundary, see that's headed towards us right now. So what is that going to do? So there's still a lot to be figured out. What's going to happen is tomorrow morning, they'll release a balloon in Omaha, Valley, just south of Grand Island near Blue Hill, and then there's North Platte. They'll release those balloons and get some more weather data to see what the atmosphere looks like at noon. They may even do it again, 6 in the morning, and then they try to do it at 6 at night again. But they may try to do it earlier, just depending, and we'll know more then. So it's but with what I'm seeing now, if the washed out portions, because they're already been worked over with storms, then everything north of Interstate 80 would likely be in a better spot. South of Interstate 80 would have a better chance of seeing those stronger storms. Sure. No problem. Let's see. Yeah, see that little guy. Still, how many hours of sleep do you get on average? Yeah, it's not enough. Um, so these storms are starting to, and I'm starting to fade. To be honest with you, I've been up since 7 this morning. But these storms are moving north and east, and pretty soon they'll be making their way towards Iowa. So, and you know what? Most of this is starting to fade a little bit. You notice there's still that hail core there just north of Seward, headed towards Chapman and Fremont. But what I'm thinking is that we're not seeing any more severe weather. So this area right here desperately needs precipitation. So this spot right here is in one of the worst parts of the drought for Nebraska. So they could use the rain. It looks like they're going to get at least a soaking. It's not going to fix anything, but it's definitely going to help a little bit at least. Yeah, even that severe storm, that right there looks like it's weakening as it moves through that severe thunderstorm warning area. 1 inch hail for this one right here. That's 1 inch hail potential in that severe thunderstorm warning. That is for the very northwestern corner of Lancaster, Seward, southeastern Butler, and Saunders. And that's all moving north and east. Look at that. It's sure enough, right there. Ooh. Just looking for some hail. Yeah, a little bit here and there, north of Seward. I don't see anything. Maybe over by Albion a little bit. That's about it. Just that Seward County and Butler County. Like Utica, about a half hour ago, had some $half size hail. That's 1.25 inches. I thought one of these was supposed to go away at 11:15. Hang on a sec. 11:45 for both of these. That's my bad. 11:45. Yeah, 11:45 for both of those severe thunderstorm warnings. Okay. Ooh, I'll try something here. No. Thought. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go get a drink of water. I'll be right back, everybody. All right. Well, I think because these are pushing north of Lancaster County and the number of viewers are slowing down. I'm going to let everything go. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we will probably do this again tomorrow. See ya.